Peepo wow.
Hello and welcome in, friends of the Twitch chat. Hope everyone's doing well today. Good to see you. So sorry that I was gone for 2 days, but I had a busy little weekend going on. All kinds of adventure and fun and craziness. I hope you guys have had a good weekend as well. And I'm excited to get back into things, working on the Minecraft world, our usual day-to-day, as it were, as it go. Chat, we got some fun stuff. We got some fun stuff as always. I want to make sure that we give enough time for everyone to get in here. So how about we do it like this, chat? We're gonna run our contexto as we do, and then we're gonna run our marbles as we do, and then we'll talk about the fun stuff I have to talk about from this weekend. But as always, we start with fish. Give me some words, and let's figure out what our word of the day is today, and we will go from there. Pirate, airplane, neither. Kelp, not happening. Autism, nope, not happening. Boat. Well, we're gonna have to change it up, chat. We're not even close. Hexagon. Cow, fluid, government. Okay, government was really close, actually. Business. City. Business was 19. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Officer. Oh wait, that was office. Capital. Officer. No. Work. Office. We did office. Warden. Money. President. Nope. Leader. 19. Nope. Company. Business is 19. Company is 17. Duty. Bank. Mafia. Election. Nope. Facts. Bank. Already did bank. Job. Investment. Oh, investment was 4. Corporation. Capital. Lobbying. We did that one. Product. Production. IRS. Boss. Department. Stock. Number 3. Accountant. We're so close. Venture. Stocks would count as stock. Bond? No. Market. Yes! Congratulations, Rebecca! You are really good at this game, it turns out. Alright, chat, it is market. There is our word of the day. Sloppy then got it a little later after the fact. Alright, chat, exclamation mark play to join on in. Calling all marblers. Get yourselves in here, near and far, hitherto and yonder. A VIP must be given away on this day to one lucky chatter who is going to get the job done. Coming off of 2 wins in a row. Is Sloppy looking to make it 3 in a row? Could it be today? That is the question. Sloppy has never won 3 wins in a row, but has won 2 wins in a row, the most amount of times in the history. Crazy stats. I got all the stats. Listen, I got a whole spreadsheet, chat. I got a whole spreadsheet, let me tell you what. Exclamation mark play, everybody. You are all eligible. You are all able to join. The only requirement is that you are maybe a living, breathing human, and type exclamation mark play in the chat. And we can go from there. How many people have won 3 in a row? That is a fantastic question. The first person to ever win 3 in a row was Redneck back in 2021. Redneck has done it. Emma Lemon has done it. 3 in a row has been accomplished only those 2 times. It has not happened outside of those 2 specific instances. And the last time it happened was November of 2022. That was the last time somebody won 3 in a row. It is a very rare, very difficult, very tricky thing to do. And we're going to see. We're going to see if Sloppy can do it today. Exclamation mark play chat, calling all marblers. Going once, going twice, going thrice. Don't say I didn't warn ya. Without further ado, down we drop and on we go. 10 seconds on the board, and starting out front, it's going to be Chocobo Knight and Junie Love, looking to take the lead. Early days. Down we drop and on we roll. 22 of the finest marbles Twitch chat has to offer will make their way down the course now as we go. Up front, early days, it's gonna be Sloppy, looking for that elusive 3rd in a row. Could it be? Well, we're gonna have some bombs to avoid right here. Sloppy's gonna get through that one, holds on to the lead. All good and well. Nobody has died yet, but that is about to change with the falling of Zircon off of the map. Hate to see it. We're down to 21 marbles. We're gonna lose Dab in the background as well. Now they're starting to drop. 20 marbles remain. Rebecca in first now. Takes the lead ahead of Sloppy. Bambi Geek up here. Lycan and Chocobo Knight as well as we make our way further down. A bomb just went off. We're going to lose Cycrum. We're going to lose Cedar, Girly Pop, and Lycan off of the map. We're going to lose Arden May. We're going to lose Robin off of the map as well. There goes a bomb, and there goes Sloppy off of the map. We're going to lose Chocobo Knight, Bambi Geek, Sloppy all just there. Rebecca in the lead as we run, holding on, trying to get it done for the mod squad. We got Sala up here. Here comes now, of all the people, Voided, 2nd place on the wins list. Got to start catching up to Sloppy. Could today be Voided's day? We're going to see. We got Misty up here. We got T as well. We've got yours truly making up some positions. We're down to 11 marbles remain. Half of the field still in the running. Everyone chasing Rebecca as we go. Can't win the VIP badge, of course, as a moderator, but can win some bragging rights. Could it potentially be a double trouble Contexto and marbles win? Not if I can help it, because here comes the fastest marble you've ever seen, chat. Real and true into the final section with the advantage now, waiting for the spinny boy to play out, and to the finish line we maybe go. We're gonna lose T off of the map. In the background there's a bomb in the way. Sala's gonna hit the bomb. There goes Sala off of the map. Now here comes Sunny in the closing moments for the VIP badge. Where did Sunny even come from? I have no idea. I did not see that happening. And with that, Sunny is our VIP today with that win in the closing moments out of nowhere. That is going to be win number 36 for Sunny all time. 3rd place on the list. 4 to go to catch Voided. 9 to go to catch Sloppy. That is how it's looking up there. All right, let's get this VIP swapped over for you. Here we have it. All right, there's our final results as everyone makes their way on in real quick. I'm gonna take a look for a little squishy in the shop because, of course, that's what we do. And there is no squishies. That's okay. That's fine. All right, chat. You guys ready to hear about how my weekend went? Just a little bit. Hello, welcome in. Hi, chat. It's so nice to see all of you guys here today, right now, and here. Chat. I had quite the fun weekend. So on Friday, had a big old date day with Girly Pop, and it was a lot of fun, and it was great, and we went to an art fair and walked around, and even though it was rainy and hot and humid and very sweaty, it was still fun. We just about everything that could go wrong did, so it's a great time. It's a great time. But anyway, yesterday we went to Pride, and it was both of our first time ever going to Pride. We went here in the city in which I live, which is having its events this weekend. It was a lot of fun. We were peopled out, but it was still a lot of fun. And I have pictures. Picture singular. I have picture from our Pride adventure. Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready to see? There are a lot of pictures. I'm not going to show you guys all the pictures, though, but are you guys ready to see what we were looking like out there in Pride yesterday? It was great. It was a good time. It was a really nice date, too. So, all the better. But, chat, hold on. Let me zoom in just a little bit. Look at us! Oh, my gosh! Oh, my gosh! This is the getup. This is what we were looking like at Pride yesterday. It was a great time. It was so cute and so much fun. And for most of you guys, you haven't seen what Girly Pop looks like, but there you go. There's Girly Pop. The horns are real. Under the rainbow. Okay, hold on. I will pull that one up. I'll pull that. Send myself that one as well. Where are we? We are right here. Okay. I got more pictures to show you guys. Okay. Incredible. Anyway, yes, this was myself and Girly Pop. For anyone who needs the descriptor, for anyone who needs the explanation, this one is me with the matching hair to my VTuber, except I need to do my roots. And this one is Girly Pop. In case it wasn't clear. Okay. And then I also have hold on. I also have this one so you can see our full outfits that we were rocking, because we were rocking our outfits. For some reason when I open this through the link, it's a little blurry, but there was our outfits kind of blurry a little bit. We got a little photo at the little Pride arch right here, and it was great. It was a good time. It was very cute. And we got so many compliments. Oh my god, the amount of people complimenting like our outfits and hair and everything was incredible. It was so cute. It was awesome. And then also, while I'm showing you guys the pictures, obligatory best picture Girly Pop has ever taken happened on Friday. So I'm going to show you this picture as well, because Girly Pop loves this picture and got this one on our date on Friday. So also just obligatory, had to show that, since we're revealing what Girly Pop looks like on stream. Only fitting. But anyway, yes, this is the voice you hear in the background on stream as of late, and at least for the rest of this month, the voice that you hear in the background. Anyway, it is a great photo. Is a lot of fun. It's a good photo. Anyway, chat, here's the deal. Here's what's happening. Alright, today, right now, I hit a weird button. What did I hit? Okay, no, that's fine. Okay, we're good. We right here now, today, here now, have the yellow hole that we need... Hello? Lag? That we need to finish building out the centerpiece for. We got started on this a couple of streams ago, or a couple of days ago, when we last streamed, and we have a very specific idea that we're going for here in our yellow hall. hopefully today we can get the rest of this built out and complete, and then get some semblance of started on the purple hall centerpiece, which will be the last one we need. For those who have not seen recently how it's going, this is orange hall in its entirety, pretty much ready to go at this point, centerpiece done and everything. Same can be said with green hall. Here is what green hall is looking like in its entirety, just about ready to go and have some plots. Purple, long way to go with the centerpiece still, and then in yellow, that's what we're working on right now, trying to get this built up. I do need to go and adjust some of the copper levels in the chandeliers, because I need all of those to be stage 2, but I've been waiting for them to oxidize first. But anyway, that's the idea. That's what we're working on. We've got some water to build out of glass. We are gonna need 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Some more blue dye for sure, and then we will go from there. We shall see. We shall see. I'm also lagging really bad, and I don't know why. I don't know why my game is lagging so bad. Great photos. Thanks for sharing. Thanks for witnessing. Thanks for looking. Anyway, absolutely cooked and left no crumbs, both of you. All the compliments were well deserved. You're so sweet. Thank you. Oh my gosh. It was so... I tell you what, chat, if you have never gone to Pride, it is genuinely so worth going. It is so empowering and affirming and just like so wholesome to like see that reminder in front of you of just how much we are not alone, you know? Just how much of us there really are. And I think that is a really powerful feeling. So it is so worth going if you've never gone to a Pride event. Oh my goodness. So worth it. Been around 5 years since I've been in chat. How's life been? Whoa. Well. Well, that's a loaded question there, Far, as you may have just witnessed in the pictures that I have shown. If you haven't been here in 5 years, yes, a lot has changed. We got partnered in 2023, and let me see. What are the highlights? What are the big things? What are the biggest things that have changed? Got partnered in 2023. I came out as trans at the end of 2024. That was the biggest thing that you have missed since the last time you were here. And obviously, you know, the pictures talking about Pride, all that good stuff, right? I no longer live in Texas, which is where I was 5 years ago. I am now back up with my family in Michigan. Back there, I got a house, and then I went through a divorce after after I came out. And because of that, so that was tricky. I spent a summer in Phoenix. I think that's about the gist of it. I don't have a car, so I don't have a car anymore, so I'm saving for a car. That's why we have the dono goal. And I have a really cool YouTube series that I'm really proud of that I want to get back to working on at some point, called Inspire. I'm so proud of it, and you should definitely check it out. It's some of the best content I've ever put out there. I'm actively working on, in terms of the writing side, I am remastering all of the books of Lutora parts, all of the books, if you will, and doing them, like, fully fleshing them out, giving them, like, full audiobook treatment kind of vibes. I've got one out. The next one should be ready to go out sooner rather than later, I'm thinking. And I need to see where that guy spawned, because that guy should not have been able to be in here. But that makes me think that there's like a single block that doesn't have glass on it somewhere or something, because I don't know where else he would spawn. These feel... I don't know. Is this too dark? It is too dark. Okay, yeah. He spawned right here. Alright, I'm gonna have to... Well... Actually, no, because when we put the crescent moons in, or not the crescent moons, just all the moons, they're going to be glowing, and that might be enough to light it up. So I might not need to light underneath the pillars. It might be fine. I think, yeah, that's probably good. That's probably good. But yes, we are still in the Tales of Annocia world. We celebrated 11 years in this world in April. That was our 11 years of this project. Crazy to think about. Crazy to think about indeed, but it is still our thing. Still the main thing we do. And right now, we are working on the Hall of Fame for all of you guys. We are building out a basically no holds barred Hall of Fame, huge, crazy, grand, awesome, something fitting of this world and fitting of this chat and this project as a whole. So this is what we've been working on for quite some time now. This is all underground, down at about down under deep slate level. I at this point have dug out 4.7 million deep slate in an effort to build this project out. We're getting pretty close to it opening. It should open sometime this month. We're on track to have enough of it built out to do so. So I'm excited about that. And yeah, I think that's about the gist of it. Been feeling a bit bleh. Ran out of my Adderall, says Arteme, so I'll be lurking and possibly napping. Have a good stream. Feel better. I'm so sorry, Arteme. Thank you for the lurk. I don't know if this is weird to say. It's meant to be affirming, but you are absolutely gorgeous, and I would have never known anything extra passing you in the street. I'm awkward and not sure how to say that better, says Misty at Girly Pop. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That's so sweet. That's so sweet. It sounds like life has been complicated. It has been complicated. Life has been complicated, but through it all, chat's got my back, and I got chat, you know? And if anything, that has proven true. Time and time again. So I don't know what I would do without you guys, but I appreciate you all immensely. Okay, so here's the idea. Here's what we're doing right now. Let me get you caught up. We're doing the centerpiece for our yellow hall in the Hall of Fame. The colors are representative of the schools of magic in the Tales of Annocia. So the yellow hall is for our restoration magic, our healing sorts. And what we're doing for the centerpiece is we are doing these ocean tides, kind of waves of the ocean made out of glass, and embedded within the surface at each kind of part along the hallway are going to be the different phases of the moon. And each moon is going to be like faintly glowing so that this like midnight ocean look just has a little bit more light, but it still kind of gives off, you know, an ocean kind of in the dark or whatever, with the moon illuminating it, right? That's kind of the idea. And what we want to do for this hall, I feel like it's pretty fitting. So we're about halfway, maybe a little less, down this hall, getting all of this placed in here. It's very brain intense. I have about half a brain cell to use, and it requires every ounce of that to work on this. So hopefully we can get the rest of this put in today. That would be very nice if we can get yellow done. Can't remember the name of the city, but the last time I remember you working on the town around the big old mountain, and had to edit the world height so you can make the largest peak. So actually, I didn't end up having to do that, because Caves and Cliffs came out. Originally, that was the idea. I remember from so long ago when we were building Lefio that originally the world height cut off the mountains, and I was going to look into mods or something. But then Caves and Cliffs came out, and it increased the world height enough for us to build it all. So you probably haven't seen...
Please time out Ginger on site for 1 hour. Mwah. Tell him I'm Fairy's godmother.
Please time out Ginger for 1 hour until... Ginger's not even a mod! But I'll do it. That's crazy. 1 hour reason. Misty says hi. There we go. Timed out Ginger for 3,600 seconds. Reason Misty says hi. On vacation, nonetheless. Yep. Wow, Misty. That is a lot that you just did. That's a lot that you just did. Hello. Oh my gosh, thank you so much, Missy. You're so sweet and kind. Oh my goodness, that's too much. Is Ginger even here? No. No. Nope. Bless. I keep forgetting the name of Blutora's planet. Saying it has a similar moon to the Earth. Okay. Teldes. Teldess. I've said this before, so this is not like new information, but it will be to a lot of you guys, okay? Teldes is itself a moon. Teldes is itself a moon, as opposed to a planet. Do with that information as you will, but that's a fun little thing for you. Anyway, I was gonna show you Lethio because you haven't been here to see it. Actually, I should just show you the whole tour. Hold on. This will be a different tour though, because I'm not introducing you to the stream, so this will be a little bit of a different tour. Tour. Okay, so here is one of the many maps of the continent of Blutora that have been done in the past 5 years. This is not the map, italicized, underline, bold, on the word the. This is not that map, but this is still a good map to kind of show everyone and kind of represent the place and what it looks like in the continent and everything, right? So we have Goldcrest, the first place that we began building in this world, the first place that ever happened. We've got Shium, the heart of the desert. This place got revamped significantly at one point in the history of this world. We've got Baxia. This is our world base. This is where we are right now. Right now in game, we are pretty much right where this photo is taken, but 100 more blocks underground. That's effectively the context of, like, where this is, right? And then we have the Colosseum in Lethio. So this is in the city of Lethio. This is the Colosseum built into the peak of a dormant volcano in the city. This is one of the wonders of Blutora, if you will. One of the man-made wonders, I should say. And the city of Lethio itself looks like this in its completed state. We built up all of the mountain peaks by hand. We nestled this gorgeous palace up in the peaks as well. Got the whole city done in what wound up being about 1.5 years total to get everything done. I got a couple shots of it. Here is what it looks like at night when you're just entering the city. We've got the highest peak right there with the little beacon of light up there, the little fire, and so on. This is the town of Revive. This is near Lethio and built in a very similar style, but a much smaller town in the area on an intersection of roads. Here we have a Cliff of Alone. This is the one that we built before Lethio. You'll probably remember this from the time that you were in Shadfar, when we built a Cliff of Alone out here in the north. Have not done anything to this build since its completion. It is very much good to go in its state. And this is a place you have not seen any of. This is the city of Ahathos. This is our current project after Lethio. We have not gotten an entire kingdom done past Lethio because I have had so many other projects I've been working on. But this is our active kingdom build. The city of Ahathos in all of its very detailed glory. I took a lot of steps in this one to really increase the amount of detail I put into builds, and also learn how to build some trees. So every single one of the trees we build in this city are all handmade, and I basically cut out all of the generated trees, and I wanted to build them back in kind of my own vision for this place, as it's all kind of in this pine forest up here. But this is the quote-unquote current kingdom in progress. Very much love this place. We're going to get back to building this when we get further along in the Hall of Fame and get this build kind of closer to its end. This is the only project I'm working on in the most immediate kind of future and past and whatnot. I want to get these 4 main hallways done so that I can start putting you guys in the Hall of Fame. And once I get those 4 hallways done, once you guys are able to join, once I've taken care of my little checklist, I'm going to start doing a couple things. We're going to start working on the diagonal halls and working on Ahathos some more. We're going to be kind of bouncing back and forth between the two, because those diagonal hallways are less of a priority right now, I would say. So I want to get you guys able to join, and then we'll start chipping away at our various things. But anyway, there's your little catch up. Hopefully you are liking what you see. Okay, I need to see about this next wave. I'm thinking we're gonna go off of there for like the height of it, and I think this one's just gonna kind of be in the middle, and then just kind of swoop down a little bit. I am gonna need a little bit out here. But yes, questions, comments, concerns, throw them in the chat. I am here to oblige. And I'm gonna place a lot of glass. That's what I'm gonna do. Still all handmade, no Lightmatica. I'm using Lightmatica for most everything these days, but it's all Lightmatica based on things that I built. I'll design part of something, and then I'll Lightmatica it so that I can replicate it nicely. Bada boom, bada bing. Okay, we want to build this wave up to that kind of flip right there, and then we need it to swirl back around. Did I miss the Pride photos earlier, says Kitty. I will post them. Oh, Girly Pop's gonna post them. Never mind. Okay, Girly Pop will post in the Discord for those who missed. Okay, this side kind of comes down a little further. Interestingly enough. Okay. It may look like I know what I'm doing here, chat, but I can guarantee you that I don't really. I'm just kind of play some blocks and hoping that it works. I do need to make sure spawn proof as much of this as we can. Oh, we got some vibe checks we gotta go put in the book. Oh my goodness. Hi, Beanie. They're in Wholesome. Alright, there you go. Wholesome channel. Pics from Pride. There you go. Okay, we had 100% airplane from Cyclone. I want to say that's... Yes. And then we had 50-50 from Beanie just now. Number 5. Oh boy. Make sure you check your vibes at the door, chat. Check your vibes at the door. Go to sleep. Look at that real quick. The placement of glass to make water and fog look realistic is what I want to learn, says Missy. Dude, there are some really cool things you can do with glass in this game. It is so cool. And that's part of why I've wanted to use so much glass in these centerpieces. I just think it is so much fun and cool and awesome. If there was an art form other than writing that I did, it might be glass blowing in like another timeline. I'm being shot. Oh my gosh. Okay. And then in this middle part, we don't want much of this down at that bottommost layer. Don't love when that happens. And I do certainly want to spawn proof everything down there. Get some extra layers of glass. Will help the aesthetic of what's going on. This is all gonna be filled in here, and then I'll probably do a little bit right there, a little ripple. Long way from 1,000,000 channel points. That won't stop me, however. Incredible. What kind of tools are you using? What do you mean by tools? Your Minecraft builds are an art form too? Thank you, Kitty. Sometimes it is a little hard for me to see it that way. But we are our own worst critic. A little something there, and then I think we're ready to start throwing in the other colors. Hello, Kalani, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Hi, hi. I think a little bit of blue on the sides, and then we'll go to more of the foamy whites up top. Something like that, and yep. That's the one. Alright, I got a spawn proof down here. Also, maybe throw some more of these back here. Just layer this. The more layers of glass and glass panes that we do, the deeper the blue becomes when you look at it from up top. That's what we're trying to do here by layering so much glass. And especially when you alternate. So it doesn't really show when it's just normal glass. That doesn't make any difference, right? Because it all kind of connects and then it just becomes that one hue. But if you do it in a way where you alternate, it does get deeper each time, as opposed to when it's just the blocks. You see the difference? So this is what we are accomplishing by putting so much glass and glass panes in every single like little spot, and alternating them especially helps us create this effect, so that combined with the fact that the lighting is actually very dark, and then it'll be increased just a little bit when I do the moons in there, but it should create the look that we're going for, the look in which you cannot see the terracotta floor or anything, and it looks like it just kind of is endless water down there. That's what I want to achieve here. That's the one we're going for. And you can kind of have the same effect vertically too, so that's why I'm doing a lot of that like checkerboard down here on the floor. Mostly as well because things can't spawn on glass. So if there's glass on every floor block, we know nothing's going to be spawning, but I'm definitely going to miss a handful of spots no matter how hard I try, so I just got to keep an eye out for when things are spawning down here and try and keep up with that as much as I'm able. Okay. So that'll get us up to this wave, more or less. And each one of the phases of the moon sits right in line with this little bit right here, right in between where the two pillars are. So I don't want to have like a wave halfway through that. I want to keep that relatively workable. So the next wave or waves we need to do are going to be on a side or either side, and that's kind of the trend that we're going for here. And we've kind of done this stretch of water here that was pretty tame for the most part, whereas like up here it's pretty choppy and wavy, and then we kind of added this big one right here. So I'll probably do another decent wave before we calm it down again. And this one, I think we might go like here. So we'll do this. Try and kind of build that up into that, starting with the darker color, and then we'll work that down and into that slowly here. Any consideration for putting some lights on the floor for like low under the glass? I thought about it. I eventually decided I just wanted the moon to illuminate the water, because if the only illumination, for the most part, there will be a little bit from these, but if the only illumination's coming from the moon, then it gives me that like moonlit ocean kind of vibe, right? Like if you look out across the ocean at night and the moon is just lighting the waves faintly, you know what I mean? Like that, obviously I can't recreate that to a T, but like that idea is just, chef's kiss. That's the one. That's the one I want to try and accomplish. Faces of Teldes. Oh my gosh, why is everyone calling me adorable now? Oh my goodness. Hi RJ, welcome in. Okay, these are gonna come back down like so, and am I just having a swell into that one? Am I gonna have a smaller one over here? I might do a little smaller one. Just a little increase right there. Wild guess on that, but maybe because you are peepo cute. Stop. I don't know how to handle a compliment. You guys know this. Okay, I don't want that one down here. Get rid of that guy. Just a little bit right there. That one's not doing anything too crazy. And then, wait, can I do this? Entering my one-shot door all over again? Wait, I can do this. Wait, I got this. Hold on. I got this. I got this. I got this. Aha! I did it. JP would be so proud. Okay. And then... these. And... that down there. And that right there. And that one right there. And this right there. And then... white, white. Couple of those. One right there. One right here. And here. And those right there. Yeah. That'll do that one. Very good. Hi, Buns. How do you? I usually struggle with compliments, yet here I am finding them sliding off my tongue. Guess you're pretty worthy of them. You're so sweet. Stop. Oh, my goodness. Okay. Got distracted for a second. Anyway, let me see how I'm gonna work these together. I want you guys to know this is taking me a while because I am freehanding all of this. And I don't have the most experience with organics by any means. Though, I feel like most of the organics I've done have turned out surprisingly well. I'm just thinking back to like the stuff we've done on One Shot, for example. So I feel like I could definitely get away with building more organics. I feel like I have that ability in there somewhere. It's just very difficult to channel. Actually, that one won't do that. We will go out there and then down here. Okay, and then I'm gonna go around here. Yeah, Strimmer's okay, I guess, says Junilove. I'll take it. Whoops, wrong button. Okay, so that kind of brings us to there. I wanna surround that real quick because that's just gonna be a little dip, but nothing too crazy. And then I kind of want this to flow similarly. And then I have all of this room down here that I am gonna need to spawn proof. In just a second. I'll make sure I catch all these little bits and make sure it's all filled in appropriately. Also, don't want any of these gaps right here. Pile a bunch of there in there. Bunch of that in there. I love this song. Fire. Okay. I gotta do this one. Any more gaps to the floor? I don't think so. Okay. So I've gone down the backside of this wave. I guess for this one, we kind of need it to swell down just a little bit here. We'll probably do like that, and then make sure that's the lowest this goes. I also wanted to add, yeah, a couple more in here. I'll be careful with these dip downs, because that's when we are really risking the floor being visible. And I haven't forgotten that we do need to spawn proof back there just a little bit. So we'll get to that. Okay. For this little spot, why don't we... Ended up going to bed at 3:30 last night. I was wide awake until then. Oh my gosh. 3:30. It's so easy to miss little spots where you can see all the way down to the floor. I feel like we gotta be so thorough. Okay. What I want to do now before we close this up too much is I need to get back here and start spawn proofing. So... we'll try to do this more or less one layer at a time. Try to get it onto some semblance of a checkered pattern. Just the easiest to replicate. We know it works. Okay, I need... Not that. I need... Oh, shoot! I actually need to go get more blue glass. Who would have guessed? I think I need to go trade for more glass as well. Say hello to the villagers. Tell you what, I really don't need more than like a little bit of each of those colors at a time. That's pretty much entirely just dark blue glass that we're using. Also, you'll have to bear with me today, chat, because I am once again not caffeinated because I have run out and have not gotten to the store. So, you'll grow a little less energy today. But I'm doing my best. Hi, villagers. Bye, villagers. Okay. What I'll probably also do here is just make a bunch of those because I use a bunch. Okay, trampoline, my beloved. I know. I gotta start using it more. This is exactly what we're trying to avoid. Let me out. Okay. Okay, everything back there should be good. It's not going to be perfect, but I can cover most of the surface area of the floor. I'll be happy. Okay, that catches us up to there. That's not spawnable anyway. Yeah, that's not either. You have this little section back here. With something like that, just to make sure that's good. Okay. This will... No, this is fine, because that's not too tall. So that all is chill. Though I could add some more just for the sake of adding that extra blue down there. Make it a little darker. This is... Probably also gonna be another little bit that we want to sit a little lower down. And I think this we're covering up. Couple of those in there, maybe a little bit right there. Couple on either side of that. Couple right there. Hi Rebecca, welcome in. How do you? Okay, that's another good chunk of progress we just got. We'll get rid of this torch. Let me see about filling these in just a little bit. Make sure we're covering all that off. And yes, I am aware at just how imperfect this checker pattern is in the floor. That's okay. We don't need it to be... We don't need it to be flawless. Went to Chili's today and our waitress had black and green hair. Oh my gosh. I bet you thought of me. The amount of people, dude, every time yesterday at Pride that I saw somebody with a similar shade of green in their hair, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm just like you. Tear it all out and start over. There's a block wrong. You right. You right. Okay, so we built up to here now. So that's gonna mean 1/4, half, 3/4. So this is the full moon. Sits right there. And now we're making our way back through. So we're a little over halfway. I'm starting to wonder if it's possible for me to say anything in this chat that isn't sarcastic. Maybe I need help, says Junie Love. Dink. That wasn't a joke. Dink. Did a double take when she walked over to take our drink order. Can you imagine? What if it was me? What if it was just actually me? Oh my gosh. I think what we might do here is go from here and then around and then down and then up into that. Just got home from work today. I'm so ready for bed. Take care of yourself. Do what you gotta do. Proud of you. You did great. Hmm. The checkerboard pattern looks crunchy. Maybe I just need to eat the checkerboard pattern. Yeah. Just take a big crunch out of this glass. Looks like it would have such a nice crunch. Dude, we had the perfect crunch. The perfect, like, chip crunch last night eating sun chips, Girly Pop and I. Oh my gosh. It's like the perfect. It was crazy. 1 in a million crunch. I love sun chips. I do too. I love garden salsa. And I have so many bags of harvest cheddar because anytime grandma walks by sun chips, she buys sun chips and always gets harvest cheddar. And harvest cheddar is the inferior flavor. But I'll still eat it because sun chips are good. I love me my garden salsa. I need some more. I miss those. I've just got like 3 bags of harvest cheddar. Can't eat sun chips. Texture's a nope for me. That's fair. That's totally fair. Yeah, I've got so many foods that are a nope texture for me. Oh my gosh. Understood. That seems good. Maybe a couple more of these. That wave up there. Bananas are your nope texture? Yeah, I feel like that's a common nope texture. I do love bananas though myself, yes. Bananas are really hit or miss for me. They vary so much. That's fair, I can see that. Favorite fruit, but I'm allergic. I still eat them anyway. Oh my gosh. No! I mean, how allergic? Where do I want to put this next wave? Because I'm kind of just doing this off of the waves. And then just kind of building it out from there. And I know I need this middle part to be chill enough. Not bad enough to stop me from eating them? Okay, fair. It's like me being lactose intolerant. Just not lactose intolerant enough. I'm gonna be happy when we're done with this, and I'm no longer trying to build ocean waves out of glass. Because as much as I feel like we are accomplishing what we're trying to do here, and it's working, it is so brain intense to do these shapes and try to get them all right and looking a certain way. The other day I stood in the middle of a kitchen and ate an entire mango. Peak. That does sound peak. Sounds like you had a great time. Okay, these are all fine, because none of this is 2 blocks tall. So I'll do those, and then... Oh, I guess that's... Yeah, that's gotta be that. Gonna be a little bit of light blue on that one, but nothing crazy. If you put food in front of me, I'll eat it, even if it's something I don't like, says RJ. Interesting. Can't say the same. I feel like I can tend to get a little too picky. Though I'm not going to be rude about it if someone ever, like, offers me food or something. Oh boy. Still feels like so far to go. Oh my gosh. Today is a low spoons day for sure, chat. After 2 straight days of a lot of people. Today is such a low spoon day. Learn how to allow yourself to be picky. Okay. It's an interesting way to look at it. The number of foods I can tolerate has been steadily decreasing for a long time. I do not enjoy it. Yeah, I get that. I get that for sure. Okay. That will be how we build up that wave, and then from there we'll do the blue. That comes back down. My brother and I both fall on opposite extremes of food. He's always been extremely picky. I've always been extremely not picky, will eat anything. Huh. Interesting. I feel like me and both of my siblings all wound up picky. I don't know, maybe a little less nowadays, I don't know. As much with them, but I used to have this thing where I thought if I didn't eat everything I was served, I would be evil or something. No one taught me to think that. I'm honestly not sure why. That's why I had to learn to allow myself to be picky. Okay. I gotcha. Time to head out. Have an amazing rest of the stream. Goodbye, Buns. Thanks for hanging out. I'm just so locked in on this. Chad, I don't think we're gonna start purple today. Chad, I think we're getting as far as getting yellow done, and my brain's gonna be toast. Given I'm already starting out with low spoons. Could go for some toast right now, says Kitty. Ooh, some toast. I had the rare bowl of cereal for breakfast. I'm not a big cereal person at all by any means, but I did have a bowl of cereal. Just needed something to take my meds with. That was what I landed on. Or grilled cheese. Ooh, I could go for grilled cheese. Cereal and soy milk is my go-to snack, but I don't eat it for breakfast. I don't enjoy soy milk. Almond milk, though, or oat milk, good. I don't like regular milk. Gross. . I can also feel the pressure building in my head from not having caffeine. Oh, it's gonna be one of those days. Okay, that's all fine. Okay, pretty much got that caught up. Sometimes those snacks are in the morning and first thing I eat in the day, so I guess that is breakfast. Milk just tastes so milky. Milk just tastes too milky. Too milky. I don't want my milk to be milk. I don't want my milk to be milky like milk. I like oat milk in my tea, soy milk in my cereal, and a combination in smoothies and stuff like that. Interesting. Okay, so this is gonna bring us back down. We're so close yet so far. So close and yet I have so much more to place. Okay, we're gonna need more glass in a minute here. I guess we'll do this for now. Let me do a smaller wave here. Okay, it looks so ocean. I'm glad it's giving ocean. That's the goal. It wouldn't be very good if it was giving land, you know? Can't believe they made a yellow hall centerpiece emoji. That's crazy, isn't it? That's crazy. Hmm. Okay, time for more glass. They also made an orange hall centerpiece. No green though, yeah. No green. Okay, and then I want blue. I need to get more blue dye as well. Probably do 2 rounds of that. I mean, if I end up with extra glass, that's not a bad thing. I can always just keep it for whatever else. Though, I don't have room for the dye, so I'm gonna drop these off. When you turn off gamma, I'm always amazed at how pretty the ambient lighting is. Thank you. Oh my gosh. We spend so much time trying to get the lighting right. I'm glad it paid off. Oh, so close. Okay, we're gonna do many of these we can get away with. Okay. Now then, let's get caught up on this. Whoop. You ever seen so much blue glass? Blue dabba dee dabba die. Something like that. You guys remember when my hair was this color? Oh my gosh. My hair was Emily blue. Okay, that is a bunch of that built up, and we want to make sure that there's a second layer up here. So that there is no exposed floor. The lyrics of that song are so dumb, I love it. Sometimes you just need a silly little song, you know? See, I need the water to not be too crazy right here because this is kind of where one of the next moons goes. It's like right here. So, I guess, because we do need something here with how this is shaping up, I do think we build this up. A little bit on either side there, and I'll probably have another big wave. It is not on the stream playlist, no. I regret to inform. I think from here, I've got to start this next one. Too much checkerboard. I am gonna need to place that floor in a little bit here. Okay, more or less that gets the idea. And then I need to get these caught up. Just sent the song request form. The wrong must be righted. I don't know if that one's gonna make it onto the playlist. I feel like that one might end up being a little too distracting. I don't know. We'll see. Whenever the time comes that we get to that part of the song request queue, I guess we'll find out. Sea shanty. That's right. Spam. Block spam. I get distracted by anything. The song being distracting won't make a difference. Yeah, that's fair. Losing my mind. There's a sudden dog in the house. Oh, sudden dog. Dog's hit him before, but so I know him, but I had no idea he was gonna be here. Yeah, that's fair. Oh, we're so close. I just gotta do this final section. I just want to be done with this water. It's been a minute since a build has, like, taken this much of a toll on me mentally. And it's just this centerpiece. It's not even the Hall of Fame. It's this specific centerpiece. Requires so much brain power to put these waves in place. And like, it's still not perfect, but I'm pretty happy with it. It's just, oh my gosh. It is difficult to make water out of glass. It is difficult to make water out of glass. Oh my gosh. I'm so ready to give my brain a break. The moons will be a nice change of pace. It'll be a lot more chill. Okay, so that'll be what we do for this one. And then this one's gonna be chill. And then I'm gonna go over here. But here's the thing, are they moon phases or are they phases of the planet how this is orbiting? You're asking good questions. I'm gonna leave it open for interpretation. Partially also because the original idea is just phases of the moon, because that's like a representation that everyone's familiar with. So it's nice and easy. Plus, this build isn't a part of the lore anyway. Other than just it has like little bits that kind of represent a little bit of the lore here and there, but this isn't a real place in the Tales of Annocia. Not this Hall of Fame. Become hydrated. Me when I ask a question, then immediately get distracted. Hold on, gonna rewind. Classic. I think I'm gonna need part of this to just meander up a little bit, and then meander back down as it gets ready to build into this. Very interesting. Okay, I do need to go down there and spawn proof, but I figured I would build up a bunch of this real quick.
Peepo Juice.
Peepo Juice, hi Tox. Thank you so much for the 53 months. That's so many months. Say it ain't so. Oh my gosh. Crazy. feel like we've almost got this closed off. And ready to tackle the spawn proofing. Okay. Now we just gotta add that last bit underneath the floor to add those layers, and then we are looking good to start doing the moons. And I'm gonna have around the right amount of glass. Let me have to remember emote names, the horror. Oh, because the autocomplete is broken? Oh no. Mr. Grave Cult on the SMP? Oh my gosh. What a time. Man, and that was so long ago too at this point. Oh my gosh. That's not spawnable anyway. Working. How has it been over your... Wait, how has what been? Tell me, I miss playing on the server. Can we have another server soon? Listen, I'm not opposed to having one at some point. We just need to grow the community back up. That's all. Because it started to become... Well, for one, I couldn't afford it. Couldn't afford to keep the server up. And it wasn't worth it because there was not really anyone playing on it for the most part. Other than a handful, very small handful. But I like the idea of having our own community server. We just gotta have enough people to make it worth it, and also to be able to afford it. Well, I need more glass. So close. Hi, Echo. How doing? Definitely help with affording it, slash finding a host, but yeah, it's up to you, of course. Yeah. Surely you can get sponsored by a hosting company, Prage. You'd think so. You'd think so, but it hasn't happened. Let me see how much that'll get me. Hi, Viper. Looking lovely, by the way. Thank you. Did you see the, have you been on Snap to see my story from the past couple days? All the things going on. What if several homies just join together and make a server for other communities? Wait, shoot, that exists. Yes. So close to fitting in all the glass I need. I think I still have my gap. Yep. Haven't opened Snap since we lost our streak. I've been deep in the busy life sauce and it's draining. Yeah, that's fair. It's okay. That's okay. Life happens. Always down for stuff like that. I appreciate you, Sunny. Yeah, we'll get there. We'll certainly have another community server up at some point, or something to that effect. Feel free to still say, Sam, so I wanna keep up with you. Understandable, carry on. Will do. Okay, and then we need maybe some more of these. It was so cool going to Pride for the first time. Oh my gosh. Oh, I didn't get out. Okay. Alright. Get this freaking glass out of my inventory. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. No more water. No more water. No more water, I'm done. Now, moons. Now moons. Much more fun. Much less tedious. Please spare my brain. Please spare my brain. Beautiful. Okay. Glowstone. Sandstone. And we're gonna want, well, rockets for one. But we're gonna want a stone cutter. Become hydrated. I hate you. Jeez. Strongly consider joining home server now, but I want to play in a server again. Yeah, go for it. I went to Pride once and it was okay. I only knew one person in the group and I hadn't been to the city before, so not going to be. Yeah, that's fair. Then we gotta go with someone you're really comfortable with. Actually, why don't I just leave that here and then we'll just make some variants. Okay. I want to try some slabs. We might use walls. I don't know that we're gonna use stairs, but maybe, who knows. Grab all of those, got our glowstone, and we're gonna go full moon first. So right here and right here. Okay. That's gonna be the middle. And we want to embed these into the surface. So figure out how we want these to sit. We also need to figure out how big they're gonna be. 3, 1, 2, 3. Or in any direction. And then part of it can be obscured by the water. That I don't mind. Because it's kind of embedded in the surface. So the waves can kind of wash over it. If I do that, what does that end up looking like on the sides? Because we have less stream on the sides. Okay, so this is going to be the biggest one. Except making a circle when it's flat like this is a little more difficult. I probably lean towards that, and then maybe I can mix some walls in there. The only problem with the walls is that they've got the gaps, right? So they're not the best solution. Hi, Peaches. Welcome in. Those ones connecting to that glass is also a little weird. I mean, I feel like at the very least it's a fun take on it. Definitely wish you could shape things that are flat like that a little bit more. But I kind of like that it's got the flared bits on the edges. Can be kind of fun. And then what we want to do is figure out as well the lighting. How I want to do that. The lighting might follow the shape. So like with the full moon, maybe it sits on either side, all 4 sides. Whereas like when it's a crescent, it's only going to be in spots that kind of flow with that. So do that one. That'll be our starting point. And then from there, we need to do... We need one direction to be waxing and one waning. So over here, we'll do... right there. And this one will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, and then this side will be the partial one. So let me at least build this side up like normal, and then I'll kind of eyeball how we're gonna do this from there. What did I do wrong? Hold on. Wait. 4. Well, I guess that's gonna be a wall anyway. Moon. Okay, so we got half. That's half is actually gonna be the next one. So this one needs to be 3/4. So I guess we would do this one like normal. And then this next one, and maybe that's it. And then I would shape it a little bit. So we would do... something like that. And then... yeah, why not? Why not? And then I can come back and adjust it if I need to, but we'll do that. And then the lights on this one will be in each of these same spots. And then that one's in a little bit. And then now we need to do the half. So... right here. 1, 2, 3. Whoa, 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 whoa. 4. And actually, that side's not gonna get that. 1, 2, 3, 4. This talk of Minecraft servers has reminded me to cancel the servers I was paying for and almost never use. Oh my gosh, yeah. Okay, this is gonna be our half. Almost crescent. I see, I didn't want it to just be like a straight edge because that felt kind of weird. Maybe we'll do that. Because then it like gives it a little bit of character still. And now on this one, we're gonna do our light there, our light there, our light there, and our light there. So that'll be our half. So full moon, this one might still need adjusted around the edges. Full moon, that's the, we basically have, we're doing this in quarters, right? So we got full, 3/4, half, 1/4, and then the other direction. So I like that one. This one, I want to adjust again. I want to do maybe just that. I need to do something here. Okay, any more walls? I love how you're doing this. It looks great. Thank you, Salty. I appreciate ya. I think we're cooking. I think we're cooking. That just kind of feels like a smaller moon. That probably does it a little bit better. And then I need this to be just a crescent like that up there. So, okay, real quick. I need more walls. Don't feel like going back to the stone cutter. So now we'll go center and here. Okay, and that would be the center, but we are not actually going to have the center on the crescent. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to build out half. And then from there, we're going to figure out the crescent shape. Okay. So we're going to do... See what this looks like. This might still be too thick. Maybe our starting point. Yeah, definitely point that out a little bit better. And... Whoops. That might be the look. Might just be the look. Alright, let me turn that off. We're gonna have that light. That light. That light. Good. Good. I like it. Okay, so I just need to replicate these all the way back here. So let's start with the crescent since we just did that. Oops, that's plenty fine. And I can go other direction. 1, 2, 3, 4. And okay. Let me see what I did here. That was normal around the edge, so well, I guess we'll just start with half again. Okay, and then we need to do outer walls like normal. Okay, And then I need to cut out the edges. So this is going to be third block gets chopped, and then we don't have that third block. Okay, so then this one. That one goes, because that becomes a glowstone. And then we have that right next to it. And then it's 2 blocks and 3 blocks. So 2 blocks, 3 blocks. Two, 3. All right, perfect. So there's our opposite crescent. And next we'll go up here, get going on the half one. This one is sit here. This one's gonna be tricky because a lot of it's gonna be underwater. Probably, actually no, it's gonna lean this way, so this is probably fine. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and then what did I do on that one? Just that section in the middle. Hello, camera. It was like that, right? Or it was, yeah. 3 of those right there, and then those, and then outer walls. Bink, boom, bump. And we're gonna do that one, that one, that one. I did the lights over here, right? Yes. Okay, and then final phase, I just need to go right here. And this one is gonna be 3/4, so I'm gonna start with full. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. One, 2, 3, and 4. One, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Not gonna do the walls until we get the shape in place, so I don't have to break more glass than I actually need to. Okay. So we need to get rid of these 2 corners. Oh my gosh. What am I doing? Okay, I need to get rid of these 2. And then there's a 3rd straight wall. So wall, wall, wall. I think it's like that. Or no, I was looking at the wrong one. Wall, wall, gap, wall. Wall, wall. Hold on. That goes there. And then we go back. Just like that. Okay, got it. And then I can do the rest of the walls. And then our lights. Beautiful. All right, chat. All right. Moment you've been waiting for. Let's take a look, shall we? Introducing Yellow Hole in its completed state. Centerpiece done and complete. Take a look, take a gander with its final lighting in place. The waves of the ocean and the phases of the moon illuminating the tides all the way down to the end of the hallway. And on back with the chandeliers up top, which I do need to adjust because of the oxidization, but we'll get there. Look at that. Couple different angles. Gonna get a VOD thumbnail here. And I don't know where Uppies is going. I'll put Uppies right in the middle of that. Oh my goodness. Alright, chat. We did it! Yellow Hall centerpiece is done. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. I'm so happy that I am not building waves. Get me out of here. I love this though. I love this. This turned out so good. The vision has been realized. I love it. I love it. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's so much fun. Oh, that's so cool. Okay. I just love the vision that we had come up with for that. Okay, let me put all of these over here in our stash for the centerpieces. So now we've got that to go with green over yonder. And of course, orange over yonder. Which means we are on officially to purple. So on the next stream, what we'll do is we will start tackling purple, including figuring out in the first place what we're even going to do for purple. Our illusion hall. That one's going to be interesting and fun to figure out. But we got to get that in place. And then we'll have our centerpieces good. And really at that point, we are very close to opening because we have 3 centerpieces done. The back walls, I can get that done in a single stream easily. Figuring out what I'm changing some of the channel point items to, I can figure out nice and easy. I'm not doing this till after. I will probably collect a little, we'll probably do a stream worth of netherite collecting, just so I have a little more backlog for when people start joining. And then we gotta assign moments badges, that'll be easy enough. We gotta make the spreadsheet, that'll take a little bit. And then I gotta enable the reason, that's easy. And then, I need to put together the item stash, which will be gathering some items and whatnot. So we're very close, very close, very close. Something like mist and smoke, perhaps amethyst, maybe hold on to that idea and we'll come back to it, because I tell you what, right now my brain is fried and I am gonna send you guys somewhere. I'm raiding out. I know it's only 2.5 hours, but I don't have many spoons today, so we're gonna count that as a win. and move on out of here. I will not reset the drip tomorrow or the next stream. I don't know if I'll be able to stream tomorrow. I will try not to reset the drip on the next stream. I will do my best to remember not to, but there's no promises that I will remember not to. So, you know. Never be too careful. Okay, chat, why don't I send you over to... I'll send you over here. Pin a message after stream. Okie doke. Alright, chat, why don't I send you on over to our lovely, lovely friend Sizz, who is currently playing some more modded Minecraft as Sizz does the modded Minecraft extraordinaire. I'm gonna send you guys on over there. Sizz is amazing. Great friend of stream. Great human. Here's your raid messages. If you are subbed, use the one with the emotes. If you're not, just copy the text. Either way, make sure you see the raid at the top of your chat. It should be ticking down little by little. Thank you guys so much for hanging out today. I appreciate all of you. You're so awesome and lovely and kind. And for those who didn't get to see the pictures at the start of stream, here was the Pride picture from yesterday. Girly Pop and I go into Pride. This is what we look like. This is what we dressed up as. Anyway, from Girly Pop and myself, chat, we will be back. Likely not tomorrow. There's a lot going on tomorrow. I have like 2 appointments. I don't know. We gotta go to this. I don't know, man. It's gonna be crazy. I don't know if we'll stream tomorrow. But anyway, keep an eye out for Alt Acrylic. As always, you never know. I'll be running the Discord in the meantime. And I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out. And have fun at Sizzle Stream. Until next time, chat. Goodbye.